Hey guys, welcome back to our watch along of Killing Eve. We're on season 2, episode 8, the season 2 finale.
Which is why we're a little dressed up. I'm wearing my most villanelle-esque clothes.
Villanelle-esque?
Villanelle-esque clothing.
And I'm just a character in the show.
You just get killed at some point.
Yeah. I don't feel like I look like one of the characters who get killed as much as like either the psychologist guy
Yeah,
or
you
like semi the psychologist, semi Kenny, semi
You got a little bit of that
Like-
boyish Kenny thing. It's been 16 episodes. You guys know the drill. This is not just a reaction video. It's a watch along. We're gonna click play on our copy. You click play on your copy. We'll comment as we go. You guys can comment below on if you disagree with us, if you agree with us, if you have something, any sort of opinion, let us know. Any sort of facts, trivia, stuff about the episode. We love to hear from you guys.
In last week's episode, Villanelle confronts Nico and Gemma,
Yeah.
takes them to a storage unit.
Rip Gemma.
Gemma. And that's the closing shot that we end the episode on. Sort of horrifying.
She has to kill someone in every episode. I'm pretty sure that's a rule.
Yeah. Hanging out with Aaron Peel. He invites her to breakfast and then takes her to Rome, and they're staying at this.
Incredibly fancy hotel.
He picks out all these clothes for her and tells her what to do and where to sit and all this type of stuff. And it's the perfect storm of two psychopaths.
Yeah.
Killing Eve season 2. Double the psychopath.
I'm sad we didn't get to talk more with the ghost.
Yeah, me too.
I think she's gone. I think she's done.
It seems that way, right? It's been so many episodes since we've seen her that
Yeah.
it seems like we probably won't see her again, which is a bummer. I think her character was interesting.
I would have liked to see her and Villanelle go head to head. Like maybe like they get assigned the same target or something like that, where we get to see like, I don't know, their different styles play out, and the relationship between the two of them could have been interesting.
Especially since they seem to be different types of assassins. Like
Right.
we had talked about in previous episodes, she seems to be a considerate killer.
Right.
And so why is that? Is she under duress? Does she not want to be doing these things?
I just want to know more about her.
Yeah, and so that would have been interesting to see a reluctant assassin with a very apathetic assassin.
Or one who finds it enjoyable even.
Yeah.
As far as like what I think is going to happen in this episode, I'm curious. I still think I still think Eve's going to get hurt in some way. I feel like we've been setting that up. I'm also curious if they're going to bring back the 12 at all. We've sort of completely stopped talking about that. And I wonder if that's going to be a thing where it's like, season 1 we talked about the 12. Season 2 it's more about Aaron Peel and we just sort of forget, which is fine, but I kind of hate when television series do that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. If they bring it back, I'll be pretty happy. Any predictions as we go into this final episode?
I'm curious what's going to happen with Nico. Is he going to be taken to jail? Is, like what's the next step for him? Is this even going to hit the radar for the police? Is he just going to sort of get away? Or is he going to now be framed for Gemma's murder?
Yeah.
And then is that news going to get to Eve? How is that going to
Affect her. Yeah.
Is Aaron Peel going to die off at the end of the
Oh,
season?
yeah.
Kind of wrap up his part of the story as we wrap up the season, or is he going to continue on into the next season?
He's so fun. He's so like, I love watching. I mean, he's awful, but I love watching the like, I don't know, the dynamic
Yeah, it's interesting
that
to
he
watch.
creates.
Right.
So I'd be bummed if he died, but I kind of think he will. Shall I jump in?
Let's do it. If you guys are all queued up for season 2, episode 8, click play now.
BBC America. Previously.
Here's the recap.
Oh yeah, they got the information for Aaron Peel. Oh man, we are set up for a final episode.
Yeah.
What are you doing, girl? Wow, look at that trackpad.
That eyebrow going up.
Yeah. Man, it's a good thing she didn't do anything incriminating. Matilda.
Man, does someone like Aaron Peele just accidentally leave the door open to a place like this?
It is a little surprising. What? Is he gonna murder her?
All right, killing Eve.
I mean, if he's got a thing for murdering women, you picked a bad one.
Yeah, that could be the thing that causes Villanelle to kill him, right?
Mm-hmm.
To like break that sort of thing they have
Mrs.
together.
Robinson.
We've seen him before. Oh. Oh.
Oh man.
Did we just lose Hugo?
That's gonna be sad. I like you.
I was starting to like him.
Is the door locked? Okay. Oh, so freaky.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the first place I would check.
Under the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love footstep shots
Yeah.
like that. So suspenseful.
It's a good wide.
Yeah.
Close the scene. It's like the empty room.
What are you gonna do? Close the door? Hell no.
Oh, Hugo.
Man. Gosh. Call 911. What is it in Rome?
One X one.
Yeah, they're dead too. She wipes her hands on the drape. Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, they're red, you know, so.
She doesn't know the number. Oh my gosh, don't write a note. Don't you have a cell phone or something? Emergency man shot. Aw. 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 Oh my god.
That actor, I feel like, played it well. Just like the serious face for the beginning of the scene, that kind of like his face sort of softens out and smiles out at the end. Man, Eve's not just learning from Carolyn, she's learning from Villanelle too.
The music in this show never lets me down.
Yeah.
Oh, she got in. But Erin Peel knows what she looks like.
That's true.
What if she accidentally said gentleman? Uh-oh. That's his house? What did I say about Eve getting hurt this episode?
Well, I'm glad she knows that.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there we go.
Oh my gosh. That's what I said. That's reasonable.
Well, the 12 got brought up again.
Yeah. Okay, that part of her accent I thought was convincing.
I thought it was the same.
Oh, I kind of believe her. I like seeing Villanelle try to keep someone alive. It's nice. Oh. That face I don't believe.
Yeah. I don't know that we've seen that she has the capacity for love, though. Or that she knows how to love. Yep.
That's scary to me. Especially that there's like not even any blood on the floor. Okay. There's nothing here. They've obviously been very thorough. Get out.
They lost the recording.
Oh my gosh. Shouldn't you be like streaming a backup or something? Maybe that doesn't. All right. Maybe neither of you should be in here. Oh. Oh, okay.
This is a cool top-down shot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Twee. What does twee mean? You know? Do you guys know?
Well. Man, Carolyn. Remember when Villanelle was like, "Oh, I see. You're the boss."
Yeah.
That red suit.
Are we gonna end with Eve finding out about Nico?
Probably.
Nice parallel conversations.
Yeah.
And like Carolyn and Eve, like, and Constantine and Villanelle, mom and dad.
Yeah. Puts them in the same spots. Like a small little gun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have pockets in that thing. I guess it'd kind of show. Yeah.
Man, what a reveal shot.
With the light right on him right there.
Yeah.
That's nice. Just shoot him. Like you're 10 feet away. Don't let him walk towards you.
We haven't really seen her do a bunch of hand-to-hand combat, right?
Yeah. Well, I really have no doubts that she can. Oh, look at that nice. Did you see that perfect grab with her on top? Perfect stage quality.
Oh.
I think she is. Ooh. Man, some costume designer got to create a coat with a thing in the back. Oh my gosh.
Imagine he's a log.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Ah. Oh my gosh.
Man, Eve is being groomed.
Yeah. Is that really how easy it is to open a padlock? Is that all it takes? guess if we're in Rome, you have to do the catacombs, right?
It's nice camera movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun to see these two together.
They both lost their children.
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I wouldn't want anything red after that day.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a beautiful place.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah. Why'd you pull the gun out? Oh, 'cause the birds. I knew it. I knew it.
A nice like frame and frame shot.
Yeah, beautiful. With their theme playing over this. Wow.
Nice big wide. And credits. There we go.
What did I tell you?
Season 2. Hit me.
What did I tell you? Did I say she would shoot her specifically?
I don't remember if you said shoot her, but you did say there's probably going to be some sort of parallel symmetry.
I knew she was going to get hurt, and I was pretty sure that Villanelle was going to be the one to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of symmetry in the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of symmetry of what Eve and Villanelle are doing, right? We often have these shots of like Eve is in bed, Villanelle is in bed. Eve is like struggling with a question of what's going on. Villanelle is struggling with a question of what's going on.
Right.
Carolyn is talking to Eve. Constantine is talking to Villanelle. There's a lot of symmetry, and so
which I think suggests to our minds, like when Villanelle says we're the same about Eve, I feel like it suggests like maybe they are.
It makes you want
like we do see them sort of parallel all the time.
And so that symmetry as well of ending season 1 with Eve injuring, stabbing Villanelle, and ending season 2 with that being reciprocated, that symmetry of it being reciprocated.
Yeah, which I'm very curious what season 3 will do, because now we don't have sort of those parallel storylines happening. I feel like I'd be a little bored if it was just like, well, next season Eve like hurts Villanelle. Like, it's got to be something new.
Right.
Now that we've sort of closed those two brackets.
Yeah. It was a nice setup at the beginning of the episode, right? When Eve bursts into the dining room with Aaron Peel and Villanelle. And Villanelle says to Eve, like, do you think I could kill you? Do you think I would kill you?
Yeah.
You know, and Eve says, yes.
Yeah.
And then she kind of goes for Aaron Peel instead. I assume an attempt to show Eve, no, I wouldn't. No, I couldn't.
Or like, I'm with you.
Right. But with Villanelle, it's not so clear cut like that. It's not so, you can't trust those things.
I want to see Villanelle like starting to have a change. To have like Eve be influencing her and Villanelle not being such a psychopath, like having little moments of like real feeling.
Yeah.
But I feel like this scene right here is Eve's like clear, like, no, you don't know what love is.
Right.
And it's very clear that Villanelle doesn't, because she doesn't say, no, I love you, I care about you, I want what's best for you, something like that.
Right.
She says, no, you're mine.
Yes. Yep. That's one of the topics I wanted to talk about is love, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is love? Like, love is willing the good of the other.
No matter what it costs for you.
Sure.
That you're doing, like, the thing that's best for
the other person.
the other person.
Yes, yeah. Like, in the relationship, are you there for, like, only your own benefit?
Right.
Or are you there for, like, that other person's benefit? And the other thing is a sense of, like, again, to go back to the psychologist talking about psychopaths, like, that they don't see other humans, right? They only see, like, these other objects, these other things.
Something you can possess.
Right.
You can own.
Yeah. And relationships, like, you don't own the other person.
Yeah.
It seems like that's all that Villanelle knows and understands,
Right.
right? Is this sort of like, you're mine, I own you, I've done all this stuff, and so, like, I deserve to have you.
Right.
Instead of taking, like, I
Right.
take you. It's, oh
Two
no,
people giving to each other.
Right, like, I give
Right.
to you. Another thing I think is interesting that we got to see during this season is that we see a lot of Villanelle's charm. Mm-hmm. We see a lot of her intelligence through the show.
Yeah.
It's easy to confuse traits like charm and intelligence for virtue.
Yeah.
Right? And so I feel like you can kind of like fall into this thing where you like Villanelle. You're like, yeah, she's all right. She's okay.
I do like Villanelle.
Sure. Like, I mean, I think I say, like, you find her interesting. You find her
Yes.
fascinating, right?
Yes.
Right? But, like,
I would never want to be in a room with her, though.
but it's easy to confuse those things for virtue
Right.
and for goodness,
Right.
And so as you see, especially in this season, Villanelle and Eve sort of in this dance they're doing together,
Yeah.
to sort of want to see them, like, be like, oh, it's okay for Eve to be with Villanelle because she's so charming and so intelligent and all this stuff. It's like, right.
She loves her.
You'd think that. It's
Yeah.
like, right, but she's not good. She doesn't care about Eve.
Right.
You know, she doesn't truly...
She only cares about owning her.
Right.
She's only going to take care of her in as far as it has to do with owning her.
Yeah.
I'd almost be happy if this is where it ended. This show is called Killing Eve.
Right.
We did it. Maybe it's not about killing her physically, but like her soul. She goes downhill.
Yeah.
We kill the personhood that is Eve.
Yeah.
She's become a different person. So I think both of those, like physically, she's dead. I mean, obviously, I'm sure she isn't, but she's been murdered.
Yeah.
And like emotionally, morally, spiritually, whatever you want to call that, she's gone from a person who would never kill someone to someone who did. She's moved so far from her original self. I do want to see what happens next, but on some level, I'd be kind of happy if this is where it ended.
Sure.
As a tragedy, like a nice, like tragic story.
Sure.
But yeah, knowing there's a new season, I'm only curious about where it goes now.
Yeah, I'm especially curious given that Eve in the season has really been going on this downward trajectory. It really is sort of like falling into Villanelle's spell. Like she says at the end here, is like, you've wanted me to be afraid. You want me to be a mess. And so I wasn't sure if she would sort of like come up from under that spell.
Yeah. I hope that getting shot does that to you. You would think.
Yeah. And so it was nice to see her kind of like come up from under that spell again, and in that last scene where she kind of like comes to this like realization of, you're just like, you know, screwing around with me. You're keeping me under your thumb, keeping me afraid, keeping me a mess, because that's how you can control me.
Right.
I feel like throughout this season, Eve has just kind of been lost, you know? She's just kind of been like in this bizarre sort of like ethereal space. And I feel like for the first time, maybe since season 1, she's kind of like starting to like plant her feet on the ground again and get a sense of like reality. And
I mean, we'll see. I think people in abusive relationships like this, like, it's difficult to get out for real.
Yeah.
It seems to be a very like
luring.
Yeah, even when you're harmed by that person. We'll see if Eve is able to sort of step out of that spell I'm curious what Nico will think of her. I feel like you could have Nico just be like so angry and not willing to be with Eve, which would be totally legit. But I feel like you could also go the other way where like they've both been hurt by this person really badly and they're able to sort of come back together because of it. Curious to see what happens there.
Yeah.
Good closing episode?
Yeah. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I feel like that closing scene really kind of tied the season back.
I think so
back
too.
up. A nice little season finale bow.
And we briefly mentioned the 12, so it looks like we may get back on that thing. Which I'm glad. Like I said, I don't like when they just like ignore it. I like when you bring stuff back.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. End of season 2. We did it.
Woohoo!
Thanks for watching along with us.
As you know, we're watching other shows. Fleabag, BoJack Horseman. Check those out on the channel. And we'll see you guys back here soon for the next season of Killing Eve.
See you then.